Hey, Jonathan, your mom make these taglines?
No.
Good. They're awful.
How do you know?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I'm just quoting directly from the movie there.
I totally blanked on that. I didn't know.
I'm glad you said no, because that was exactly what you were supposed to say.
Oh.
That's when they're drinking punch in the starting of the movie.
Oh, wow. What a deep cut.
It was the only line that stuck out to me in this entire film.
Okay, well, these are not awful. And I think for the first time ever, you're going to like both of them.
There's only two?
There's only two.
Oh, thank God. I'm already liking them.
Right.
One is the most iconic tagline in history.
Yes.
Yeah.
Film 30 million years in the making.
Nope. Because it's 65 million. But
fuck. This summer, he's going home.
Eric's new in the neighborhood. Mac's new on the planet.
I was just going to read it behind me, too.
Yeah, here we go. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water.
Oh, it's that one.
Yeah, the one that's been parodied a million times after it.
Because if this movie was any better, it would have been given to the first one.
Right.
Damn.
Yep. And one good bite deserves another.
Nope.
What do you mean? I love it. You just want to say no to troll me.
That one's okay.
I mean, from tagline purposes, you're
It's
like,
not bad.
damn.
I still cannot get over the fact that that great tagline is in the second. Is for the second one. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense because
this movie is full of kind of history making moments that are going to surprise you. So you ready?
First shark penis.
You're ready
screen. Don't say it.
You ready to dive in?
You bastard.
With a budget of $20 million, estimated an opening weekend USA gross of $9.8 million, a total USA gross of $102.9 million, and a cumulative worldwide gross of $106 million, which is weird, like that it only added about, 3 million more.
This movie did
4 million
terrible
more.
in China.
Yeah. With 5 shark attacks, accidental self-explosions, mutilated killer whales, charred waterlogged corpses, shark attacking helicopters, people eaten whole, shark scale abrasions, electrocuted burning sharks, with 7 deaths in total and 1 shark death. With a 5.7 on IMDb, a 51 Metacritic score, and a 59% on Rotten Tomatoes, it's 1978's Jaws 2. It's time for staff picks. Welcome to Bombs Away presents Staff Picks. My name is Jonathan Young. Joining me inside the studio, as always, is
the sequel you didn't ask for, Tyler Rowe.
And also joining us back in for another Staff Picks, please welcome Mr. Peyton Bieber.
Hello.
Yes. How you feeling, guys? 2 in. Here we are.
Yeah.
Jaws, the JCU.
the Jaws cinematic universe.
Yes. And I'm still going to stand by it. I support what I said before, but this one deserves to be a staff pick.
I'm going to say, after watching this again, still sucks.
Yeah.
It still sucks.
You're a
still
piece
a-
of shit.
I mean, you watch it because it's like the same movie as Jaws.
It's like
It is the same.
but the third one is so much fun.
Nope, we're not even talking. Don't even mention the third one to the end of this episode.
All right, well,
we're not talking about it.
To be continued.
Okay.
this one feels like if a French art house filmmaker who may have been like a neo-Nazi made a Jaws movie.
You're gonna have to elaborate.
That's who made this movie.
Yeah, it definitely is just more of the same. But to me, I feel like everything's just ramped up to 11.
It's not even more of the same. It's just the same.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely more of the same.
I mean, there is a bit more.
There's a lot more, actually. This Jaws does not fuck around.
No,
this one's just like, this one is like, you ever seen that like video meme of like Creature from the Black Lagoon just going around being like, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this thing over here, and fuck you.
Yes.
That's what this Jaws is doing.
Yeah.
This Jaws is just like, I'm going to eat this person, then I'm going to go over here, then I'm going to ram into shit constantly.
Here's the problem, though. Whereas in the first movie, it built tension for the ending. This movie is like boring as fuck in the beginning because you barely see the shark, and then all of that shit you're talking about, with the exception of the coolest part in this movie.
Except for the water skiing scene.
That's what I'm saying. The coolest part in this movie.
Which is also why it's the poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Like everything else is at the end, and it's kind of like, also this movie, like we'll get to it, but this movie just ends.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right, it's over. And it's really long too. That was another thing last time.
It's an hour 56. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Holy cow.
But I'm going to stick by that. I really do appreciate the story, like that they did at least try. Like every single person that was alive at the end of the first movie, other than Richard Dreyfuss, is back, and they tried. I really do feel like Universal was like, we've really got to try.
Yeah. I do
it.
feel like they said we were going to try, but they also like tried with the Warcraft movie, and we saw how that turned out. So
Damn it.
yeah, it's I don't know. This is an interesting movie because
it's a sequel that I feel like entertains in for what it was going for.
yeah,
The only reason why I was interested in it was to see Brody's sort of continuation and like aftermath of the first Jaws.
see, and that's what I was going to say is the most interesting thing that comes out of this movie, but it's delved into deep and then is like brushed to the side.
PTSD.
Is his PTSD from the first movie of him like not being able to help those people, and
And his obsession.
In his obsession. And we'll talk about it in the show. It's just like, yo, if the dude who was right about the shark the first time is telling you there's a shark, stop being moron.
They're so dumb. He's like, there's a picture of shark. Literally, we have people missing. Here's all the evidence. What are you guys going to do about it? Because I'm not going to handle it like we did last time. Oh, we're going to handle it like we did last time.
Yeah, no, we're just not going to do anything. It'd be cool.
Yeah.
We've seen the first movie. We're going to do it like that.
You ever seen Jaws?
Yeah.
I just can't believe that after being shot in the eyes, there's a third Jaws movie.
Who was shot in the eyes?
Jaws. I'm making a Halloween 2 reference.
Oh.
That's why Jaws 3 is a spinoff.
Oh, Jaws 3, Season of the Witch.
Yeah, the good one. The good sequel.
Damn.
We'll get to that one eventually.
Why are these sharks robots? Robot wizards.
Why is Dick Warlock here?
Pussy witch. People are like, I don't get it. I tuned in for Jaws 2 only.
I love Jaws 2.
So, ready? Let's do this.
I guess.
Yeah. So I find it strange, especially because we have, I said no talking about Jaws 3, but we have seen Jaws 3
Yes.
at this point of recording this. I find it strange that this movie diverts from not having the Jaws theme open this.
Yeah. It's a different theme.
It's a little, isn't it similar? But like it's not.
No, there's nothing like that.
Really?
It's just like la na 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 na.
Yeah, it's very like soft,
whimsical kind of thing.
Yeah. And you see two divers, and they're sitting there, and they're taking pictures of the downed orca from the first movie.
Yeah.
Right? And they're posing in front of it. They're like
doing muscle poses for some reason.
Like, yeah, fuck yeah. And then like they're taking pictures underwater, and then Jaws 2 comes. And Jaws 2 summons a whirlpool to kill these guys.
Yeah.
They're just spinning in circles, being like, ah!
This movie really wants you to think that like one of the biggest sea creatures is fast. It's just like they're not that fast, guys. Like they do, great whites move quick, but they're not nimble and agile where they're like flipping around like fucking you up. No,
Yeah.
this movie wants you to think they're like acrobats.
Like dolphins or something.
Yeah.
They also want you to think that like they can, for lack of a better word, like hover.
Yeah.
Like as if they're like they're in place and they're just like nom nom nom. No, they can only move forward. They can't even swim backwards.
no, and they have to keep moving or they'll drown.
Yeah. But can't they like turn 90 degrees though? Like they bend their bodies in half.
Yes, they can turn
For like a quick snap.
Yeah, but it's yeah. But like I said, they have to keep moving. They can't lurk.
But guys, can they summon whirlpools?
Yeah. Idiot, you didn't know that?
They have a +5 mana.
+5 mana. I would like to cast Whirlpool. Please roll a D3 for damage.
Redheads, you gotta love them.
Oh, no. Oh, man. Maybe a movie shittier than Jaws 2.
Hell yeah, we'll do Aquaman one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that movie?
It was enjoyable.
You did too. You
Okay.
gave it like an 8 out of 10.
No, I never saw it. I've never
You've
seen
never
it.
seen it?
No, still haven't seen
it's
it.
worth
Jonathan's
seeing.
favorite movie is Suicide Squad.
That's bullshit. Don't put that out in the world.
Jonathan loves Suicide Squad.
Well, you better stop.
His favorite guy is that guy that dies in the starting.
Captain Boom? No.
No, the guy who can
Captain
climb
Bootlicker.
walls. Bootlicker.
It might as well have been a character. I hate that movie. And they were like, yeah, but check out the director's cut. Oh, where it's no better.
Give us the Snyder cut of Jaws 2.
The Spielberg cut.
Give us the Spielberg cut.
Snyder cut of Jaws 2, a lot of panties.
And it's just slow motion. That's all it is. 35 minutes longer. And it's just a slow motion shark scene.
Yeah, sweet dreams.
We had to spend $35 million to CGI off Jaws' mustache. That's where the whole budget went.
Yes, so Jaws 2 summons a whirlpool, kills these guys.
Yeah. He was busy filming Mission Impossible 4. Thanks. That's all I got.
Nope. No,
Peyton liked it.
that's not good. What, Shark Protocol?
Oh, that sucked.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
So he whirlpools these
Ghost
guys to
Shark
death.
Protocol.
Ghost-
Oh.
They take a picture of him.
Shark Nation.
This is a rogue shark. They
Yeah.
do say that.
Every single one
Multiple-
is.
Yeah, it's a rogue shark. Yeah, they drop their camera, and then that's that for
As
them.
it's taking pictures
Yeah,
automatically.
it's taking pictures automatically, which
Yeah.
is like don't you have to crank the film?
I don't know.
Like, did at least push the button.
You were alive back then. What happened?
I was not.
You know what? That was only partially a joke because I genuinely forgot when this movie came out. So I was
Yeah.
like, you were alive?
No, it was Jaws 3. I was.
Yeah.
Like, 2
From a
months
good
old.
one.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
How was it?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah. Video on the 3D glasses.
Hell yeah.
3D. They didn't fit my baby head.
All I could see in was red. So now we are reintroduced to the town of Amityville. I mean, Amity, damn it.
You could call it Amityville because it looks like an entirely different town, almost as if it was filmed in an entirely different location.
Where was it filmed now? Do you
Not
know?
Martha's Vineyard.
No.
Really?
Okay.
The Martha's Vineyard Board of Tourism was like, this movie kind of wrecked us.
Dang.
So
Speaking of Martha's Vineyard, did you see I know Jonathan saw the clip I sent of Martha Vineyard just had like a 35-foot great white shark
that's what that was.
Yeah.
Jaws for real.
based on true events.
The Jaws writers are like,
Oh,
fuck,
man.
that's way bigger than our Jaws.
Oh man, what if Jaws 4 was called Jaws 4 Real? They're like way ahead of their time.
Jaws for real this time. Hobbs and Jaws.
Jaws 4 Real it in. It's like triple pun.
Yeah.
Hobbs and Jaws.
Thanks 5 minutes ago, Jonathan.
I'm Shark Superman.
Idris Elba's here for some reason.
Yeah.
But yes, this was not filmed in Martha's Vineyard again. They had to change locations because it wasn't actually what the film did to them. It was that Martha's Vineyard is not a big place, and the film crew was so big that they just couldn't like accommodate it. So they had to film elsewhere.
So now Brody is still the chief of police, and he's late for a meeting. So he's taking the ferry boat over, and he's impatient. He's trying his hardest to like tie a tie at the same time.
Yeah, this I do have to say, this is the one time that this movie builds good suspense. Is that
He's gonna be late.
Well, no, because I thought because it happens right after those people die, and he's jetting across, and you're like,
he's
oh
rushing to the
fuck, he's
crime
on his
scene.
way to the crime scene, and then he shows up
Underwater.
I thought it washed up on the beach again.
Sure.
But he's just rushing to go to some fucking stupid thing for the mayor.
Some Holiday Inn opening.
Well, no, it's the opening of Holiday Inn, in which his wife is like the main assistant to the owner of the Holiday Inn,
to the real estate mogul on the island.
right?
Yeah. And they have the Miss Teen Amity like cut the ribbon, and he's like whistling at her sexily.
Yeah,
Hey, you're the chief of police. How about no?
right next to his wife.
Yeah, right next to his wife.
And kids are there too.
And so yeah, she cuts a ribbon, balloons drop, and then it's really weird how everybody's so cordial with each other after the events of the first movie.
Yeah,
Everybody's just like, yeah, everything's fine.
Almost like it didn't happen.
Well, no,
Right?
it did happen. It just happened 15 years prior, but his one son didn't age. So why is his son like a 20-year-old
Right?
now?
Yeah.
Like I thought. So it's weird because that's the son that goes into 3. I was like, he's like the same age.
Yeah.
What's going on?
This movie has the same like aging problem as like Phantom Menace to Attack of the Clones. Like he goes from like
X-Men.
a child to like an adult.
But that's not an aging problem in that movie. That actually is supposed to be like 12 years later.
Yeah, but like Padme doesn't age.
Yeah.
She didn't age just from like pure horniness for Anakin.
Dang, I gotta save it.
Yeah, but yeah,
I would more say it has the same aging problem as National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
where the
children
kids just stay the same age.
Isn't
No,
that
instead of
supposed to
being
happen
like
that?
instead of being maybe a year apart, now Rusty is like a child.
Oh yeah,
And just waiting for him to get onto a really shitty CBS television show.
damn. And his sister's waiting to be in Natural Born Killers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this literally took me out of the movie because I was like, when the fuck did they get another older kid?
Yeah.
Because it's Mike, right?
Yep, Michael.
Yeah,
Michael.
Mike's the one.
He's like 20 years old now.
I mean, he's definitely still a teenager.
He's like 18 or something, 17, 18.
I think they say he's 17.
Yeah, and he needs to get a job, but his other brother stayed 9.
They actually did say 17
Yep.
because they have when you brought up the job
He's gotta
thing.
get a
Yeah,
school.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta go to get a job too.
But yes, his brother stayed 8 years old.
Yeah, it's a weird age gap when it didn't seem like they seemed like they were like one year apart in the first movie.
They seem almost like twins because they look alike too. So
That's true.
it's just super weird.
That's just that haircut from back then.
I think it's just a contrived way to get the other kid to do something with teenagers to bring a teenager plot into this.
Sure.
To sort of bring it like that Friday the 13th.
Yes, exactly. To make this a teen Scream film, because that's what this is.
Yeah, I could see that. I will say though that the director was definitely, it has a feel to it that feels like the first one, like the way it's filmed.
This
look and feel.
It's not even a feel. This is almost like the Psycho remake that was like shot for shot, because there's tons of stuff in this that you could chalk up to like similarities of like thematic similarities, but no, they're straight up just copying Jaws in this movie.
It's like that meme's like, hey, can I borrow your homework? Or can I copy your homework?
yeah, just change it a little bit so no one knows it's the same. Yeah, there's literally the scene of Brody taking his glasses off. It's the same shot construction and everything. It's just this, yeah. But this director,
I'm pretty sure people just actually wanted more of the same.
But you know what? I don't know. I mean, it did well, so obviously.
It did really well.
Yeah.
So speaking of it doing well, it was the highest grossing like sequel for a long time until Rocky 2 took it over.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And, speaking of sequel wise, it is the first sequel to ever have a number as its sequel title.
No way.
Yeah. So Jaws 2, you know,
interesting.
I told you it has a lot of history for being something that, you know, you're dogging on.
I mean, it sucks.
Doesn't suck. It does not suck.
Yeah. This director was I was watching some stuff talking about the making of the movie and stuff like that. He was kind of like bring up his like IMDb before I talk out of my ass.
So it's Jeanette Schwartz. I don't know how you want to really pronounce it.
I think it's Jeunet.
Yeah.
Isn't he French?
Yes, he's French.
Jeunet Schwartz, Swark or whatever.
Swart.
Yeah.
He's
Heroes?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Like
the show.
What? No way.
But he also directed Supergirl
Go down
from 1984, not the show.
Go down before Jaws 2.
Before Jaws 2?
Yeah.
Sir, there's nothing before Jaws 2.
Yes, there is.
I know. I'm in life.
He made a lot of TV.
Yeah.
And he was they talked about how they brought him
like a lot of TV.
I think that's really all he made was TV. And it was like an episode
TV
here.
movies.
Yeah, it was an episode here, an episode there. But here's the thing about him that ultimately the producers freaked out about, the producers and the writers, was like, this guy was not ready to make a blockbuster.
Okay.
And that the production suffered.
Oh, he's done another Bombs Away show episode.
He did Santa Claus the movie.
Santa Claus the movie. Okay, but that's what I'm going to say. You're saying that you're saying the studio didn't think he's ready. I think that this is a comparable movie.
They had to bring in a bunch of people to help him.
Okay.
Then this is one of the reasons.
It's the language barrier, wasn't it?
Wee shark. This is one of the reasons why Roy Scheider had such a tough time on this film, because he did not want to work with this guy, because he was like,
well, he didn't want to work on this at all.
No, he didn't at all. But this was one of the nails in the coffin for him.
Yeah. Well, this one, speaking of Roy Scheider in this movie, is that this movie, he was contractually obligated to do 3 movies with Universal.
Yes.
And basically he was doing Deer Hunter, and Deer Hunter went long, or like basically he had to drop out of it. And so at that point, Universal was like, please come back for Jaws 2. And he still had 2 movies to go in his contract. And he was like, look, I'll do Jaws 2 if you consider that 2 movies and write me out of my contract.
Yeah.
Oh, no way. Really?
Yeah. That's why he's so kind of just like tired in this role, because he was like, didn't want to do this, and he didn't want to make anything else for Universal.
So he's like, I'll just wear boat shoes and get out there.
So
and
after he got fired, he was drunk. He was probably really drunk.
That is a rumor that he was actually drunk in that scene. Yes. He fucking hated being in this movie.
Dang.
Yeah.
In his biography, he said that he actually went mad in a hotel room after this, like as a release.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was not good for him.
Jeez.
Great for the studio, though.
Yeah, I mean, they made plenty of money.
Universal.
Yeah. So now at this point in the movie, we're also introduced to, like you were mentioning, the group of teens that will be shark bait.
Yeah. I hate Finding Nemo.
We'll do it.
Is that in the Jaws continuum?
Hell
JCU?
Yeah. Bruce is one of the sharks.
Yeah.
So we're introduced to a whole bunch of the kids, but one sticks out to me the most.
Curly head fat guy.
No,
because comedic relief.
Yeah, the guy who looks like he should put on a hockey mask and get murdered, and then part 3 is made after him.
Oh, okay. Shelly.
Is that his name?
Shelly from part 3? Yeah. Or the guy that eats a candy bar and gets like stabbed to death in 5 in the beginning.
He gets an axe to the back.
Yeah.
Well, that's just not very nice.
Yeah, but no, it's actually the actor Keith Gordon He's playing Doug. He's one of the two like boys that look almost identical, other than one has curly hair and one has long hair with glasses.
Napoleon Dynamite?
Not Napoleon Dynamite, but the other one. So basically,
No, I'm talking out of those two kids. What, Sideburns?
yeah, Sideburns, long hair.
Yeah.
So Sideburns, long hair is Keith Gordon, who is most famous for playing the lead in Christine.
Yes. Yeah, he went on to do that.
Right. Now, this was way before Christine. This was like 6 years before Christine.
Yep.
And then he also is in another Bombs Away throwback, The Legend of Billie Jean, back from like episode 5 or 6.
Jesus Christ.
Right. I still love that movie.
Also, long hair Sideburns is Foghorn Leghorn's lost cousin.
God damn it. And so, yeah, we're introduced to a bunch of people that I will not remember their names, and they will not really matter.
My favorite was the nerd who's like, she'll never love me, but then he gets the girl at the end.
Oh, that's right.
Does he though?
Kinda.
I mean,
more
like,
than
like we said, this movie just ends. We don't really know how any of that's resolved.
My favorite teenage people in this is fuck couple.
Yeah.
We gonna fuck on the island. We gonna fuck at the lighthouse. We gonna fuck on this boat in the middle of nowhere.
Jesus
On
Christ.
the power station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing's hotter.
Cable Junction.
I'm going to put my, I was going to say male plug in your female plug, but that's
Literally
what it is.
cable.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put
cable in.
I'm gonna install some cable. Whatever. Lay some pipe. I don't.
I'm going to lay some electrical. Don't turn the breaker box off. Don't turn anything on.
Yeah, you turn the breaker box on to get her going.
Ooh, but then you can't wire anything.
You wire
Okay,
her.
we have gone too far.
Welcome to Electric
Boogaloo. Welcome to Electric Boogaloo, where we talk about how to wire an entire house.
Dude, that'd be a cool podcast. Electric Boogaloo and just electricians chat.
Some guy right now is like, writing it down.
Yeah. Today we're talking about AC versus DC.
Back in black.
You Ben.
Oh man, that would be their opening.
Yeah.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Welcome to Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, no, he's joking.
Na-na-na-na-na-na.
That song kicks shit. That song's so fucking
Hell
good.
yeah.
That's the best pump up song.
That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
Iron Man's the best.
That and Shoot to Thrill, which is good too. That's in Talladega Nights. What the fuck was that?
That's what's his face? I don't know.
Jonathan's having a stroke in
Well, it doesn't work because the microphone doesn't properly convey how he sings. Okay.
Yes. They kicked him out of the band
Oh man.
because he can't hear anymore.
Oh.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, now the whole AC/DC podcast is done.
Yeah. Now
Anyway.
Axl Rose is singing with them.
Is he really?
He was for a little bit.
What
Yeah.
a shit.
Just jump.
He's cool. When I saw him, he wasn't fat, so I was pretty bummed.
I was bummed. Anyway,
Fuck couple.
yeah, fuck couple. And so also at this point, there's a whole bunch of like red herrings as to who Jaws is going to get next.
Who the killer is.
Yeah, it could be like Jaws, the nerdy Jaws. It could be
Jaws with the black gloves on.
Matthew Lillard Jaws.
Oh, you dick, you fucking bit me.
My mom's gonna be so mad at me.
You hit me with your fucking fin.
But wait, there's more.
Drooling everywhere. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is when they're playing in the water, right? And they're doing this weird, like,
Well, there's a parasail kind of
but they're
thing.
just like dunking him in the water.
It's a parasail that is like attached to
They're
the
using
boom
the sail.
of a sailboat.
Yeah, they're using
Yeah.
a sail as like a parasail.
Yeah, that's what I
Parachute.
thought it was. And they're
It
dunking.
looks hella fun.
It does, but
does.
they're just dunking Mike's balls in the water.
It's not Mike.
It's
It's
some
just a random dude.
Oh, is it just a random
Yeah,
guy?
just-
Oh, I
these
thought
are
it was-
all randos at this point.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, they're dunking this random guy's balls in the water.
And the camera's point of view is from Jaws 2, and he's going and trying to grab the guy, and he actually is there. It's not one of those like fake outs. Like,
No, it's
the
like
camera was just there. Yeah,
Yeah.
but the guy like bounces up out of the way, and you see Jaws 2's fin.
Jaws 2's trying to grab balls too. Yeah, his fin comes up and nobody at this dock notices that a fucking shark
Well,
just surfaced.
it's a boat, but
No, they're at a.
They're at a boat.
They're on a boat on the
they're-
water.
Aren't they in like the marina? There's other boats around that.
There is
kinda
other
like
boats, but it's
in the
it's not a
harbor.
dock.
That's what I'm saying.
They're like
in,
by the harbor.
They're by the harbor. So there's tons of people around. You can see in the shot. No one saw this shark surface.
I mean, are you actively looking for sharks every time you go in the water?
Yes.
Okay, man, that's a level of paranoia, sir. That I don't
I
want to
still
deal
go
with.
in the ocean, but I'm still looking out. I'm like, huh?
I'm looking for one so I can be like, whoa, fuck, a shark. Cool.
Okay,
Not that I'm scared of him or anything.
yeah.
Pull a tooth out of them. That's always been my dream. Just reach in and that's my tooth.
They got another one to replace it, so it's okay.
Yeah.
That is
Exactly.
true. That is how that works. So, now Jaws moves on to a water skier. So the water skier,
The best scene in the movie.
yeah,
Yep.
it's a one ski, right? So it's like even more sick, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Waterboarding.
yeah.
And then Jaws is swimming goddamn 45 miles an hour.
He's just, yeah,
His weight.
Jaws just hits his Nas pack and just goes behind them.
It's like he looks like David Hasselhoff in the SpongeBob movie. He's just like skipping across the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've never seen that.
I have.
Oh, okay,
have
good,
seen
good,
that
good.
scene. Yes.
All right.
And then he just rips her off the skis and she's just done.
She's just like dead. That's
She just
it.
like goes under. You're like, oh, that's
You see
it.
a little bit of blood. You do see some blood. I saw it.
Yeah, this movie doesn't show a lot of blood for the early kills.
Right.
There's only one kill where they show a fuck ton of blood.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she just gets like chomped. And that's it.
Yep. And then her friend that's driving the boat,
Which I thought was her mom because it's like an
Kinda
older
look-
looking lady.
Yeah.
I was like, what's this weird relationship?
friend, mom, whatever.
This is the sickest shit that's about to happen.
this is crazy.
This genuinely made me. Carly was asleep. I was almost like, whoa!
because she sits there and she's like, where's my friend? She pulls the boat over. She's like, where's my friend? Like, what's going on? And then Jaws 2 is, I have to refer to him by name. Okay. He straight up just starts ramming the boat.
Hard.
Like boom, boom, like his nose is going through the side. And then she's just like, oh my God. Right.
So she tries to shoot a flare in the
No, that's-
First,
Oh.
she's like, I'm going to try to, she's got a tank of gasoline.
Oh yeah.
And she tries to like pour the gasoline
Does she
onto.
really try though? It
I
doesn't
think-
look like
She's
No.
just like, I better dump it on myself.
This will protect me from the
Yeah,
sharks.
she like kind of holds it up in the air and it spills on her chest and like,
It's hot.
but and she like drops the gasoline bucket and then Jaws like kind of puts himself up onto the boat, like
The back of the boat.
kind of like he did in the first movie, the orca, a
And
little
it
bit.
opens its mouth and there's Quint in his mouth. He's like, fuck, help me.
It's not the same shark.
Yeah. Got reconstructed Franken shark.
Yeah, but she
Takes a flare.
she takes
gun
a flare gun and she shoots it at Jaws 2, and instead
She shoots it at the ground almost at the bottom of the boat.
honestly think she did fire at him and hit it, and because he's covered in gasoline too, but I think the whole area is, and it's a wide shot of just boom
from this old lady's porch.
right, and the old lady is just like, goddamn kids blowing around. Now I got to go and call somebody. Like
Yeah.
she seems so perturbed.
Also, sorry, fun police here. You would just catch on fire. That's it. He's like, that's all that's happening here. I don't know why this boat explodes in a 3-story mushroom cloud.
I mean, to be fair, maybe it caught the engine and it exploded. Like,
But here's the other thing. Jaws
combustibles
is
in it?
dead. Movie over with that explosion.
no,
No, he's back.
because he now You know what he becomes?
Terminator Jaws.
Jaws 2-Face.
You bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, his whole half of his side is just burnt
Yeah.
for the rest of the movie.
This is my favorite because Chief Brody in Infinite Police Wisdom is just prejudiced now because she's talking about the explosion and it's really building up that he knows it was caused by a shark. It's just like this weird hinting of like, yeah, I know it was a shark.
In the water, huh? And the bodies are missing, huh? Yeah, it was a shark.
Yeah, no, I saw an explosion. It was a fucking shark.
That was goddamn shark. We gotta clear him out of this neighborhood.
Oh no. But fuck couple witnessed the explosion too. And they're like, all right, Brody, are we good? We want to fuck more.
No, not until we get the goddamn shark.
Also, they ask a weird question. They say, oh, are they out of towners? As if like, hey, we don't give a shit if we didn't know them. Are we good? Can we leave?
No, it's not 4th of July yet. They're not out of towners.
God. Yeah. Fuck. That shit's so cool though.
It's a fun scene.
And nothing cool happens the rest of the movie.
So after this, they are the deputy, who is the same deputy from the first movie. They even got the deputy to come back.
Yeah, and
He
he's
looks
like
older.
He does look very old, and he's also not a fucking idiot in this one. The other one, he was Officer Doofy.
Yeah,
and in this one, he's like
he's more Officer Cuck now.
He's Officer.
He's
yeah.
like, oh man, come on, Chief. God damn it.
Yeah, we got a 908. What's that? Means get me out of this.
So yeah, he is assigned to go out and search for like parts of the boat.
Yeah.
For evidence, right? And he goes out with this old man who's like, God damn it, I'm cold and I'm bored.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? I'm like, yeah, me too right now.
Yeah. And they fish up what they think is a piece of the boat, but it's an underwater electric line.
Yeah.
Which is like, hey, why isn't that secured down? Like, why is that just like,
so, right?
hey, it's cool. Just pull this huge thing up that has thousands of volts of electricity running
Powered
through
the
it.
Island.
Yeah. No, but it's cool. Don't
Powers
worry
the
about it.
whole island.
Yeah.
So that must run the entire stretch from
the
island to
lighthouse
to the junction, the cable junction island.
Right. But
Yes.
the junction to mainland.
And then from the junction to mainland.
Right.
Yes. Which is like, holy shit.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Just don't live on an island.
I bet you that's how it is, though. When you're like, why isn't this like bolted down or something? Nah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's
but
just-
I bet you.
That's just waiting for a little kid to pick it up and then get stuck underneath it and be like,
Yep.
fuck, and then drown.
Wait, how are little kids picking it up? It's at the bottom of the ocean.
It's only like 20 feet down.
I mean, at that one spot where the
Yeah, at that
shore
one
comes
spot
in.
at the shore, it's literally just like draped in the ocean like a shitty cable.
Yeah, but nobody's supposed to be on Cable Junction.
oh, really? No one's supposed to be there?
No, it says no
There's a
trespassing.
fuck ton of kids there.
No, you're confusing Cable Junction with the lighthouse point.
Oh,
I think so.
yeah.
Yeah.
I am.
It's just not Fuck Island.
There's too many islands in this movie.
By the way, Cable Junction was actually fabricated for the movie. It is a fake island, and it's just like plaster of Paris and like styrofoam. And apparently, everybody was like slipping and busting their ass
oh my
everywhere on it.
God.
Yeah, it was
That's where all
just
the budget went.
it was just 2 floating barges.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Interesting.
wild, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. $20 million. Fuck.
Dang.
So now at this point, like you said, they found the electrical cable, but then all the kids who were on like Fuck Point, which is the lighthouse,
Yes.
stumble upon a killer whale.
Yeah. This made me actually go and Google if a killer whale would actually be in like Martha's Vineyard. Cause I was like,
Right.
why the fuck did they choose a killer whale?
Like a blue
Because
whale.
it's the only they say it in the movie, it's the shark's only natural predator.
Yeah. So
And so it's trying to beef up being like, if a shark could take out a killer whale, this guy is massive again.
they're like, yeah, Orca, come for our shit again and we'll fuck you up.
They're out there with the sharks like, "Ba-da-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba."
God damn it.
No, but I did Google it to see, and it was like, while like uncommon, you can find not even a pod, like rogue killer whales that far down. And I was like, man, you guys are fucking idiots. I know you wanted this.
They're all spies.
It was like it's like I know you wanted like to like be like it's at the top of its food chain, but like, dude, that's not even believable that there was like a killer whale in Martha's Vineyard. That's like bigger news than a great white being there.
Yeah.
Stupid. But yes, this big foam whale with like great stuff coming out of it.
Also, there was a humpback.
It ate a blue whale.
And then there's a bird of prey that just morphed it up into a ship and then took off.
What?
Star Trek 4. I'm sorry.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Sorry, because I called the ship by its name and you're like, a fucking bird of prey. That's where you must have got lost.
I was like, a seagull picked it up?
Right.
I mean, I've seen a seagull eat a duckling, but never a whale.
There'll be whales here, Captain.
Yeah, this whale's dumb as fuck.
And the woman who, because Hooper from the first movie can't be there, literally calls him up and being like, sorry, bro, I'm off making Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Sorry, dude, I'm in one of the best films ever made. Anyway, have fun with Jaws 2, idiot.
This woman is here and she's acting like there wasn't Jaws in the same water 3 years prior.
Here's my question. Who the fuck is she?
She's just another oceanographer.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad you said that, because what kind of oceanographer is looking at like a dead orca and be like, probably just washed up? Like, this woman doesn't know jack shit.
Yeah.
It is a weird character because she doesn't know anything.
It's just, here's the thing, is that the problem with this is that like they're trying to be like reality versus Brody's psyche. Right.
Yeah.
And the problem here is that they aren't giving us enough plausible deniability with like real facts to be like, it actually could be this and you are going crazy.
Yeah.
Right. And I think this movie actually would have worked better if they didn't show all these people actually being down by the shark, but you're just seeing the aftermath. Like somebody's like, hey, Cindy on the boat skiing, and then boom.
Yeah.
You know, like, holy shit, what's happening here?
That'd be really
right?
cool.
Right.
Yeah.
If it was Brody's psyche and he's just like, it's the goddamn sharks. And they're like, no, it was a faulty engine wire. Like all these
Much
things.
like a Friday the 13th part 1 Jaws 2.
Or part 5.
Where it doesn't tell you what's going on and you just think it's kind of crazy, but then it at the end comes to fruition that it is a shark. Oh wait, that's just Jaws 1.
Right.
Much like this film.
Yeah. So Brody is hypothesizing that he actually says it. Like he says it to the oceanographer. He's around here being like, do you think that like Jaws 2 is taking revenge because like maybe they communicated like dolphins do?
And she's like, no. You got 2 more movies before it's revenge. You're
Right.
good.
That's insane. That's insane that he's hypothesizing being like, well, dolphins communicate to each other. Do you think the Jaws that I destroyed like 3 years ago could have like communicated to his friends? Like in what moment? Like as
it blew up, it was like, fuck, avenge me.
Avenge me, Jaws! Assemble!
As soon as you said avenge, I was like, I know he's going for an Avengers joke here.
Jaws, assemble.
And it's a bunch of sharks out of water, just like flopping around, like
coming out of like portholes.
Yeah. They're like, oh no.
Do you have any more? You want more, Jaws?
There's only a few of them, and one of them's a baby that just fucking dies.
Hey, on your left.
Jabberjaw again.
knock, on your left.
Yeah. And
It's every Jaws from every shark movie.
yeah,
Bum, 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 bum.
it's the Meg
And the baby Meg.
and the baby Meg and the shark from all the sharks from Sharknado.
Hey, Jaws 3. Give it to me.
And then it's the shark from Batman.
Super smart Jaws comes out being like, I'm not going to remember this 2 years from now from Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah. And then Ghost Shark is there. He has to show up in a slip and slide.
Yeah.
Again, touching on how dumb this character is. I know they're trying to play up to his paranoia, but it's not done well. So this character really does just come off stupid because he's leading her investigation of what's being or seen. He's saying, measure the bite radius.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, why are you telling this woman this? She should be like, yeah, I should do that. Like, and then she measures it, and is it bigger than the last time?
I don't know the dimensions, but it was like 17 centimeters.
Yeah,
17 inches.
And I think something about it casts doubt that it may have been something else because it's bigger or smaller.
Because then she's
I think
like,
it's bigger.
Well, we don't know. It could have been killed offshore, way in the ocean, and then things nibbled on it. We don't.
And then
know.
it washed up, which actually is while I am like shitting on this woman, I do think that is a plausible hypothesis that it could have just washed up because eventually they do, you know?
Yep.
But it's a weird character. It's definitely like a weird moment of just being so lax about like, no, there was a shark here before that killed people. So I think everyone should be a little more serious about what's happening here.
Well, that's what I mean. Why is she an oceanographer who like I'm sure it was documented. Jaws 1 and the events of Jaws 1 in these waters was documented. How are you acting like she's like, no, a great white wouldn't be around here? It's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, what?
We literally just saw a few years ago that there was.
I literally just watched these movies back to back.
And also, I know everyone and their mother saw this movie, but it is placing a lot on you to remember what happened in the first movie.
That is true.
Yeah.
Because this movie straight up right off the bat's like, remember the orca? You're like, no, I didn't see Jaws 1. Fuck.
Who goes, but honestly, who goes to see Jaws 2 without seeing Jaws 1? That's like seeing Endgame and not seeing Infinity War.
I know tons of people that did that.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. What a bunch of morons.
Yeah.
Like, wait, why are they all dead?
Just going beside just a bunch of girlfriends beside their boyfriend. What's happening?
Who's Grimace?
Oh man. Why don't they just go in his butthole?
What? I don't know. I read it online when I was trying to catch up.
Yeah.
I couldn't be bothered to watch the Ant-Mans. I'm going to be honest.
That was you.
No, I saw Ant-Man 1.
Yeah, you still haven't seen 2.
No. Fuck.
So Brody goes to the mayor. And what's shocking to me is, one, that the mayor is still the mayor after the first movie. And 2, still not taking action.
No, yeah. It's hard to get rid of a mayor, though.
That's true. Look at Baltimore.
I was going to say, no, the mayor of Toronto was smoking crack, and they were like, it's cool.
The mayor of DC, then Marion Barry back in the day.
He smoked crack, too. Yeah, rest in peace, that Toronto mayor.
I think Marion Barry's dead, too.
Is he?
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
That's what crack, guys.
Yeah.
But,
no, yeah, he's still the mayor, and he's still a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
He had...
Well, no, he's not. That's the thing. He's not an idiot. He knows what he's doing.
No, I know.
And he's just being a douchebag.
Here's the thing that makes me mad about this movie, and one of the reasons why I'm like, I don't like it that much. He has a character arc in the first film.
Right, and he just goes back.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, fuck it, I'm a dick.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he is a rich guy.
Because it would make more sense if the newly established mogul was more of the being like, no, bullshit, we're a town hall, you don't control this shit anymore, mayor, after your last fuck up.
Which is...
That would be more...
And then the mayor is like kind of on Brody's side. Like, maybe we should give this guy the benefit of the doubt.
Yes, exactly.
We did just experience this.
But no.
No, but it's almost that, but not smart enough. It is very clearly
because
that
I forget
mogul,
about all these characters after...
The mogul is pulling the strings of what's happening. He is basically like, no, we're going to build more here. You're not going to stop me. And instead
after they fire him, none of them matter. Like it's just done.
It's just
They
all,
don't.
it's
they
all
even
drivel.
show up again in the movie?
Nope.
No, they're
That's
done.
it.
And he also really likes touching Brody's wife.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. So, Brody finds Brody finds a body on the beach,
Yeah.
right?
On the is it on the regular beach or is it on the island where the orca was?
So he's around the island and he sees something floating in the water and it's a piece of the boat.
yes.
Right. And so he takes off his shoes, goes in the water.
Let me take my shoes off, but not roll my pants up and just walk fully clothed into the ocean.
And the two different shots that go back and forth here is like one's a wider shot and one's like the camera from in the water shooting towards him.
Yeah.
Right. And the piece of the boat is largely in two different distances from him between the
it's a
shots.
really confusing shot.
It's either very close to him, like, oh, he can totally get that, or like
Right,
he's super far away.
Because when he first goes into the water a little bit before he's like, I gotta take off my shoes.
It's
right?
like waist
It's
deep out.
right there.
Or
right?
yes,
where he's like almost reaching for it.
Yeah, and then later on it's way far out.
Yeah, but not enough time's passed for it to actually have done that on its own.
No, and then when they show the body also has two shots, which are like weird. It's either too far away, so it kind of looks like a log, or way too close, so you can't even tell what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
When the body gets on him, you're like, what is that?
But I do like, I like where he's gonna go out and then the Jaws music is playing like right, and I was like, oh shit, is Jaws like watching him?
Yeah.
Like
He's just toying with him.
Yeah,
Jaws set a trap?
Yeah, you
Whoa.
find that fucking body.
Yeah.
See, it was just an explosion.
Yeah, it's a I do, however, the one I will say a smart thing that this movie does is I wish it played on it more. The music playing like that as he's like going into the water.
We barely get the theme in this movie.
I know, but the music playing as he steps in there could be attributed to either him being like, I don't want to go in the ocean because what if it's out there? And I like that, but they don't play on this enough. It only plays on it a couple times. And the couple times that it does play on it, it is effective, but it's the other time is when he pulls the gun on the beach.
Damn it. Yeah. So now he found a body, but it's not a body with shark bites. It's the blown up body.
Yeah, it's the blown up
So
lady.
like it doesn't progress the story in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-mm.
And but his paranoia is to another level now because now he's making wax tip bullets.
With
He's putting cyanide in them, and that's how
Is
you.
that what it is?
And that's how you seal the cyanide in the bullet.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
He's gonna fucking
That's
shoot
wild.
himself.
That's why I had no idea what
You
was
didn't
going
see him
on
doing
there.
that? Literally, he was holding a bottle
Yeah.
like to the camera. That was like cyanide, hey? And then does it.
Yeah, but it didn't mix with me because I'm like, why is there wax being?
That's how you seal a poison bullet.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Not
assume meant
like
for the shark.
I would assume it's meant for somebody, but we never see who. Because not only does he not fire at the shark,
Ever.
right?
Oh no, he does.
I guess I don't know, but interesting. I wonder what that would have actually done to him.
Kill it.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Even
Really?
Cyanide's pretty well. If you pump a couple of them into him, cyanide's pretty deadly at like very low dosages.
you ate away in my hole in my body.
It makes you stop breathing.
Oh, cool! I have a blowhole now.
Now my role on the studio tour makes sense.
I thought you were doing it.
We need to go to Universal so I could point out to you guys that it does blow like
No,
blood
it does
water.
because it's actually just air escaping from the mouth that is now like gone up out of the water and gulped back air.
It's
so it's
so
just
but blood comes out of it.
like yeah, because like also blood's coming out of the same hole, so it's like pressurized in places it shouldn't be.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the city of Amity that's terrorized by Echo the dolphin.
Don't even try. No human can make a dolphin noise. I've tried to prove this.
Yeah, watch this. And this is where you edit in me doing a dolphin noise.
Oh, damn.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Well, I might just do that.
Fuck yes.
But that means I have to edit this part out.
No, it's to be funny because then people will be like, wow, he did it so well. And then they'll listen to this and be like, oh, I was duped.
Sure. Sure, just for you, buddy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So now he made the wax bullets. His deputy stumbles in on him making these wax bullets. Doesn't really call him on it. He's just like, that's weird.
Typical weird shit.
Right.
All right, whatever.
And this is where he actually gets the call from Hooper saying that he isn't available and he's too busy moving on with Spielberg doing a better movie.
Hey, I wish I could be there.
Hey, what's that? Nothing. John's here too.
Fuck you guys.
John, that's real cool, but could you make the real theme now? God damn it.
I remember watching that movie at my house. We had really good
I like
surround
mashed
sound.
potato mountain.
Oh my God. We had good surround sound at my house. And when that note would play, the like really deep one.
Oh, the
yeah, it would rattle the wine glasses. Yeah, you could hear him like ding, 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 ding. So cool.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Actually, that was the aliens. That wasn't the speaker rattling your wine glasses.
Whoa.
Ding, 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 ding.
They are out there.
They are.
They're in there.
And let's storm.
They're in there.
Come on, guys. Let's storm Area 51.
Dude, that's tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
I hope it does. I hope at least one person does and they get shot.
And just runs into like an invisible fence and then just gets cut into pieces like it's Resident Evil.
The best one I saw about it was, what if you got there and a whole bunch of like Terry Crews aliens came out?
Are you shaking your head? You don't know what we're talking about?
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Oh my God.
There's an entire group that's up to 250,000,
No, it's
right?
450,000
more now
No way.
of people that basically have signed a petition saying like,
No, it's a Facebook event.
oh yeah, let's storm Area 51. They can't stop us all is the title of it.
Unless they have the technology too. It's like, yeah, okay.
There's just an alien that's just like freeze.
Mind controls them all. You saw nothing.
It's just one dude with a Gatling gun.
And if you look right here, flash.
Yeah. It's
See my movie.
please, God, please see Men in Black International.
And mine, Life of Pets 2.
Get off my Area 51.
Oh man.
Oh, fuck.
Seth Rogen is Paul. Anyway, so
I forgot about Paul.
yeah, I like that movie, but there is something there's very funny with these tangents because I was actually listening to Jaws 1 on the way here.
Yeah.
Right. And we were actually 35 minutes in and you were like, anyway, Jaws.
See, the difference between that one and this one is that Jaws is a good movie, so it's fun to talk about.
Well, somebody commented, a friend of mine, Danny, commented on the show being like, you guys are 22 minutes in and you're going through an entire Spielberg filmography
yeah, I
instead
don't
of
know
talking
why
about
we
Jaws.
did that. I was thinking about it now. I was like, fuck, man.
Is it the first? What was the first Spielberg movie on the show?
Yes.
And probably one of the only ones that will be.
War of the Worlds?
Crystal Skull.
Schindler's List?
I'm going to stop.
Yeah, you're sad about that movie.
No, because you were just going to, if we kept going, you were just going to throw Temple of Doom out onto the bus again.
No.
Yes.
No.
You would have done it just to piss me off.
Fuck Temple of Doom.
Can we just go here?
Temple of Doom is the weak one of the.
Temple of Doom is the Jaws
Shut the
2
fuck
of Indiana Jones.
Then that's not that bad.
Fuck you.
Well, because Crystal Skull is the 4.
Cruel Jaws.
Fuck. No, it's be Jaws the Revenge.
I know, because there's only 4 of them. This last one will be Cruel Jaws.
I hope not.
Because we shouldn't have to sit through this.
Dang.
I'm 80.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the fountain of youth.
Oh, you're talking about Indiana Jones.
No, I'm talking about Pirates of the
I know.
Caribbean 4.
Oh, fuck.
The same plot.
That had sharks in it.
It did. And mermaid? Was that one?
Yeah, that was the mermaid
And
one.
are there sharks too? I don't know. Whatever. I like the mermaids.
I do too.
Yeah, that's sick. That part's sick. Can we get back to this?
No, Jaws 2 sucks.
No, it doesn't. You shut up. It does not suck. Okay, so
yeah, he makes the bullets. His deputy finds him and he's like, whatever.
yeah. So now he is so paranoid that it's a shark that he's up in the shark watchtower.
At the beach, yeah.
Right.
And they're doing a tour. The
tour.
mogul. Fuck you.
Yeah,
What is it? Noir?
yeah, it is. It's you are.
They're walking the beach and they're looking at it with the mogul and the mayor.
Right.
Talking about expansion projects that they could do.
Yeah, with a bunch of investors.
Yeah. And
Literally this little girl, they go, wait, what's that guy doing up there? And he's like, oh, he's just like, bird watching, right?
Yeah, he's just bird watching.
This little girl's like, no, literally, that's a shark tower.
he's looking for sharks, idiots.
Right?
Which, okay, the lie set up here that he's just bird watching is so fucking
Actually, the lie happens after she says, "Mommy, look, he's looking for sharks."
Yes.
Right? And they're like, "No, little girl, that's bird watching." And she's like, "No, literally, I said they caught a shark at another place, and this is the shark watching tower."
See, here's
like, why else? What he's bird watching, and then he rings a bell. Look, birds.
here's the thing. You ready? You ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? Buckle up for a good lie. Just say it's where the police watch the beach to make sure nothing bad is happening.
Literally say that it's a lifeguard tower for those who are out further.
Yes.
Anything.
Listen, you guys will understand it eventually, but it's an ISIS watchtower.
We gotta make sure. No, never mind.
No. It's Border Patrol.
Yeah. Can't let them go up on the rafts.
The sharks that are being brought in are not the best.
They're not bringing in their best. They're great whites. They're makos.
Damn. How do we always go back to that?
This is a
joke?
piece of shit.
Yeah, so he's up there and that little girl's like, yeah, that's a shark tower. They walk away and the mogul is basically like, hey, woman, this is your only job in society. Control your fucking husband.
Yep. And so Brody sees what he thinks to be a shark. There's a big shadow in the water.
Yeah.
And so he straight up rings the bell.
Which is a well-known fact that nothing else in the ocean casts a shadow other than a big shark.
That is true.
No clouds, no schools of fish.
Well, it's either a shark or it's the demons from Ghost.
Ghost.
So, God, they're scary still.
I've never seen Ghost.
Get the hell out of here.
I don't watch romance movies.
You and Danger Girl. So, why'd you laugh? You don't even know the movie.
Ghost 2, Back in the Habit.
Yes.
I've never seen either of those movies.
I know, but I mean, you got it. It's good.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, Brody is just waving his gun around, being like, get out of the fucking water.
Dude, I love this. I honestly wish he would have shot someone.
I mean, he was like, I gotta close one eye.
There's literally a kid in the water that he's about to shoot.
This is where he wastes all the bullets, the cyanide
He
bullets.
like unloads.
Does he? I thought he only shot a couple times before someone was like, it's just a school of bluefish.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing, Chief?
I'm trying to make dinner. He goes out there, starts scooping them up.
Okay, but the thing is that everybody's treating him like a piece of shit, like he's not at least trying. Like
He just discharged a gun in a
almost shot a
crowd.
kid.
it was not in a crowd. It was just the
Yeah.
water. Everybody was out of the water already.
Dude, he shot across the beach with hundreds of people.
That
on the
didn't happen.
beach.
Yeah.
I rewatched it. That did not happen. He did not fire through the crowd.
No, I'm saying he fired a gun on a beach with hundreds of people around.
Yes.
That looks a little unhinged, if you ask me.
Okay,
Yeah.
but if the shark was there, they'd be sucking his dick.
No, they wouldn't. They'd be like, that's the shark's house, you asshole. This is the equivalent of breaking in and killing someone.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's the shark's house.
No, yeah, okay. So like when they catch the shark and they blow him up in the first one, they invaded his house too.
Yes, they
Yes.
did. This is a movie about Mother Nature taking it back.
Yeah.
Get for doing your job.
Fuck sharks in their own home.
Yeah, but I mean, in Brody's defense, like he was just doing his job.
I don't think his job is to shoot sharks.
Jesus Christ.
His job is to
Because-
get everyone out of the ocean.
But
Yeah, that would be the thing. Like, get out of the water and then just be like, hey, there's a shark out there.
Boom,
no,
done.
because they'd
Not
immediately
fired.
be like, go catch him. And he'd have to deal with the same bullshit that he did in the first movie.
Because then he says, no, hire someone else. I'm not doing this crap again. I did it
Yeah,
3 years ago.
but he would know that the mayor would be up to the same bullshit and not believe him. Brody would definitely go back out.
All right, he shoots
probably
the
would.
mayor. We've just solved the problem.
Sign that, bitch.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
So, but I mean, yes, it looks a little unhinged, but at the same time, he is doing his job. Like his job is to protect and serve, and he's straight up trying real hard.
He did his job, but then went a little above and beyond.
I don't even know. I would argue he didn't even do his job. That's fucking dangerous. He points the gun at a child before the child
Yeah.
gets out of the water. He's straight up pointing at the kid like ready, like I could get around the kid. I've seen Wanted.
You curved the bullet.
I'll curve the bullet around that kid.
God damn it.
I've
Okay.
seen Angelina Jolie's butt in that movie.
I'm just gonna say, because the next scene is like, yes, they have a town hall meeting, like the founders or whatever have a meeting, and he gets fired. I don't think that this is a fireable offense.
I do. I wholeheartedly think this is a fireable offense.
I think it's a little. I think it's a fireable offense, but
I think that given the history
exactly.
of the town, it's kind of understandable.
Let's
maybe
put it,
suspension. Or
let's put it
something.
this way: if it was a person,
Suspension. There you go.
oh great, you guys are talking like real police here. If this was a person,
I mean, was he wearing body cam footage?
if this was a person walking down the street, right? And there was recent robberies, and just a random person walking down the street, and they just shot him, and
But
we're like,
it's not a
yeah.
shark walking down the street.
No, but what I'm saying is put it in a different in a people's
In different
situation.
context.
But it's not
Yes.
a people.
Damn.
It's a dangerous animal.
I don't know. It's dangerous as fuck. I think him
Okay,
getting
if a
different situation?
mountain lion was walking down the street and a police officer shot it before it got anybody, would that person be fired? No.
no, but it's not right that he wouldn't be fired. I'm saying like that's wrong to just shoot a gun with a bunch of people around.
What, you're supposed to pick and choose when you can shoot?
Yeah, not a shark.
a shark where you literally just get everyone out of the water
and then be
they're
like
safe.
Hey, there's a shark. Goodbye. Like stay
Go
out.
home.
He had the opportunity. He had cyanide bullets. He had the opportunity to take this thing out and be done with it.
Also, he had fucking cyanide bullets. What if he just grazed that
But
kid?
nobody knows that.
That kid would have known if it grazed him. He's like, I can't breathe, Mom. Just dies.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, there was no kids when he began firing. There was no kids. They were already behind him.
I know, he just pointed the gun at the kid, waited for him to get out of the way, and then he shot.
Yeah, I mean, that's called trigger control.
Oh my God. I just say I think him getting fired is right. I don't think it was entirely wrong.
I'm saying, given the course of the history.
If it was like, if it was not given the history, yes, totally fire this guy.
Yeah, if this was unfounded, if there wasn't already 4 people from the previous movie dead because of a shark that wasn't supposed to be there, and now possibly 4 more prior to this shooting, 8 total in shark attacks in Amityville, then yes, absolutely.
But what about an Amity?
Oh, goddamn. You know what I'm saying, though,
Yeah,
right?
I get you, but-
8 possible, at least 4 confirmed, 4 more in this movie now, right? 2 divers plus boat and ski girl, right? That's 4 more with shark attacks in Amityville. God damn it. In Amity.
The Amityville shark horror. There's a shark in the house.
There's a lot of flies in the water.
Mom, that's my friend Jaws. Out the window, just the eyes.
I can only see one side at a time.
Hold on, let me flip it so you know it's a shark.
Oh, no, it's 2 a.m. and the shark's calling me.
Oh no, it's me, Ryan Reynolds, in the remake.
No. Damn. God, I hope they never remake Jaws.
They will.
They will.
Give
Yeah.
it 2 more years. I promise you. Give it till Comic-Con next week.
Give it. No, I'll tell you what it is. Watch. It's the same thing as like they're waiting for Zemeckis to die so they can remake Back to the Future. When Spielberg dies, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because
You know what?
Zemeckis has gone on record being like, you will not remake Back to the Future.
Yeah, but Steven Spielberg
They
made
will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they will.
Steven Spielberg made Ready Player One, so I don't think he's going to be upset if he gets to slap executive producer on the Jaws remake.
Or reboot.
That's fair at this point.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
An all-female Jaws reboot.
Yeah. The Brody kids.
They have
all
been.
kids.
The shark is female?
Yeah, the sharks are female in this.
Okay. So the chief of police is female.
No, I was making a joke about the sharks already being female.
Oh, no, the sharks will be black this
Oh
time.
my God.
Great black sharks.
Oh no.
I mean, the mermaids are already.
No. Anyway, Jaws 2.
God, this is a great one.
Oh man. So yeah, we go ahead and they're building SeaWorld, and
Just for the record, yeah, just for the record, because I've now made 2 black mermaid jokes in succession in 2 different episodes. I have no problem with it. I just have to put that out there.
damn.
It's just a really great thing that people are completely ridiculously in uproar for, and I
Yeah,
love poking fun at those people.
Yeah. So Brody gets fired.
Yep. Goes home, gets drunk.
I think he was drunk before he got
Right,
there.
because I wrote in here, I was said when Brody goes out the next morning to take his wife to work, right? I was like, did Brody drink all those beers and then drive home and they spilled out of the truck? Or did he walk outside and drink them all beside the truck?
Get a bunch of road sodas.
So before he actually takes his wife to work, Michael and Sean decide to go out sailing with the group of teens.
Yeah.
Okay. The ones that we kind of forgot about for the past at least 45 minutes.
Yeah, here's what sucks about this movie. I was like, oh man, the teens are back. Must only be like 30 more minutes of this movie. No, there's another hour.
Right. So they go, Sean kind of blackmails Michael, being like, I'll wake up mom and dad or whatever. Can I please go with you? And he's like,
Oh yeah, he
"That's
was
fine."
already told he's not allowed to go sailing anymore. We haven't
Right.
touched on that. He's not allowed to go. They've been painting. They've been getting summer jobs, whatever.
Yeah. They basically, Brody's been keeping his sons from going out on the water.
Yes.
And then we flip over to a bunch of divers diving for lobster, and Jaws 2 attacks them.
Yeah.
And so he just kind of face attacks the divers. Like he just like goes right into their face with the camera.
And he's like, hey, fuck you. I think that shark told me to fuck myself.
Get out of my home.
This is my house.
And but he only like kind of like I guess abrasions him or something. Like
he rubs against some
shark
shark
scale.
scales are like kind of like abrasive.
Really? Is that what happened?
They're like sandpaper.
Yeah, it's like
I
sandpaper.
thought this was with the girl later.
That does
It
happen.
happens
there.
twice.
I don't know what happens to this guy.
I thought
I
this
guess
guy-
like scuffed.
Oh, that's right. He gets like bubble gut.
I thought he like got,
Oh, that's right.
He got
He-
so
he
scared
gets the
he
bends.
just shot up the.
He
That's
shot
right.
up too fast and he gets the bends and he's like, oh!
Yeah.
And they tell him he needs to tuck in as he gets shot out the airlock and he needs to keep his eyes closed as much as possible.
Right.
Event Horizon.
I know. It's fine.
You were asleep during that part. So
No, I've seen that movie many times. Thank you. So now Brody is on the beach and he sees this person. And he's like, what happened? And he's like, he just got scared. I don't know how he gets scared. And once again, Brody's prejudice takes over
like,
instead
"It's a
of logic.
shark."
Yep.
it was a shark.
Those goddamn dirty sharks.
And he's like, no, I'm scared of lobsters. It was one of them sharks. No, I got pinched by a lobster on my pee-pee.
And so he decides, once he hears that Michael and Sean went out with the teens, he decides like, nope, I got to go get my boys.
He's like, fuck, that shark knows my family.
They know the Brody scent.
They know the Brodies.
Nope, that's not for another 2 movies, sir.
Yeah, God.
And so he commandeers the police boat, and his deputy, who is now the chief.
I do like this moment for the
It's like,
deputy.
oh, come on, man. You can't do this. Come on. Oh, God damn it.
If you're going to do it, at least do it right. And he gets in the boat with him.
Yeah. And so him, Brody, and the wife.
Yeah.
Which I guess I should learn her name because she is the main character of the last movie. Yeah, I think it is Ellen. So they go out on a boat.
Ellen Brody.
Yeah, the police boat to go find them. Meanwhile, fuck kids are off on their own little fuck adventure.
And she's like, don't fuck me unless you put a blanket down, is basically what she tells him.
Yeah, because pirates have periscopes.
Gotta soak up the juices.
Damn.
And then Jaws is like, the only thing getting penetrated on this boat is this boat.
Yeah, so like it's Eddie and Tina's boat, right? And Jaws 2 just shows up.
Yeah.
Right? And just rams the boat, and Eddie splashes over to the side.
Yeah.
Right? And then Tina sees the shark coming because it like circles around.
And it's on its way.
I was watching.
Thought it was hot. Jaws 2, the cuck.
Nobody will fuck me because of my burn face. So she's like, swim, Eddie, swim. Right. And
God, this movie loves people just yelling to swim.
yeah.
God, it's so annoying.
Swim for it, Eddie. Swim. Yeah.
It's like, that's not going to stop the
And
shark.
Eddie gets all the way to the edge of the boat, and then he just straight up swallows him whole and spits out a ton of blood.
Yeah, this is the only kill in the movie that has a ton of blood.
Yeah.
And this is funny as shit because he straight up gets like gulp and he's gone.
But before he gets gulped, he just straight up, like, I guess Jaws pushes him and smashes his
that is
face
my
against the
favorite.
boat.
That is my favorite. She's like, oh, and he's again David
like,
Hasselhoff at the end of the SpongeBob movie. He's like flailing like like when you go to SeaWorld and Shamu's pushing the person by their feet.
Yeah.
And they're like gliding around the pool. That's him. But then he smacks into the boat and it's just like gone.
Yeah.
Then he starts climbing up and just gets gulped.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Jaws goes away, I guess, after that, right? And enough time for us to have a sequence where Brody's still searching, and then we cut back.
He also calls the Coast Guard. He gets a hold of them.
That's right. And then they find Tina's, but some time has passed by, and they find Tina's boat.
Mm-hmm.
And Brody goes inside, and there she is, like hiding under like what little of a deck there is or whatever.
Yeah, because this boat's fucked up.
Yeah. And at this point, she pulls her out and she's like, what happened? And then I think you did it best. What'd she say?
Shark!
Oh God!
But
Yeah,
she screams it.
yeah, and
In his arms, like in his ear.
and Brody turns to them with like a. It's like, told you fuckers.
What do you want me to do? I haven't told you it was a fucking shark.
God. Yeah, it's like, hey, Brody, this isn't the time for I told you so's. People are dying. Remember when you almost shot that kid on the beach? Do it now.
What, fish? Fish isn't an appropriate word to say?
Oh no.
Yeah, I should have said shark.
That's the next movie.
No, that's this movie when he calls the orca a fish and she's like, it's a
that's
mammal.
Womp, womp, womp. What? I didn't know shark was not a PC thing to say.
You're almost quoting my favorite episode of
I know, that's where I'm going with
yeah. God. So much fun.
So now Brody's like, all right, he sees a boat on the horizon and he like signals it with his horn. And he's like, that boat is going to take the deputy, Ellen, and Tina into shore. I'm going to get. I'm like, damn, that's ballsy.
Damn, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah, right?
I see why they fired you.
Right. So
Yeah, this is the dumbest shit.
yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you just at least keep the deputy, you fucking idiot?
Yeah. Right. So now we cut over to the rest of the kids who are on their like parasailing boats and like a whole bunch of stuff, and they're having a great day until Jaws comes to fuck their shit up.
He like starts flipping their boats.
He goes on a rampage.
Yeah.
I love this scene because he's just like boom, slam, slam. I don't even know who gets eaten in this moment.
A bunch of people, because next thing you know, I looked down for a second, and next thing I looked up, and half of the people were gone.
Well, Michael slams his head against the the mast, and is now floating unconsciously in the water just by his life jacket.
Yeah, and then what's the other son's name?
Sean,
his boat gets capsized.
Right, and he's just holding on to the fin.
Him and a girl are holding onto a fin on the bottom, the rotor,
which is now sticking straight up in the air.
Yes. Yeah. And they both have life jackets on. Yeah. Remember, folks, water safety when you're being eaten by a shark.
That's right. Kid from Christine popped his boat.
Yeah. And so it's looking dire for them.
Very much so.
This is the moment when the Coast Guard shows up.
Not yet.
Oh, shit.
So now Mike is unconscious, and they kind of paddle over to him, and they like try to get him out of the water, but he's just waterlogged and also unconscious. But they save him just in the nick of time, right before the tram ride like passed by.
Yeah, Jaws comes up, and they're like, "Oh, it's Jaws!" And like a hose sprays on you if you're sitting on the right side
gasoline.
of the tram. Oh no! Why is everything on fire?
Oh man, why are there beetles from the Mummy here?
This is also the moment where like Jaws 2, I'm sorry, rubs against the boat, and it makes a roar sound, but it's just him rubbing against the boat. But I had to go back to check because it does go like it's like, why are they making Jaws roar?
They made him roar in the first one.
I know, what the fuck.
Gargle.
Going back to that quote from Peter Benchley, if I knew what sharks actually did, I wouldn't have written the book.
So now a helicopter shows up from the Coast Guard.
The helicopter shows up and he goes, "Oh fuck, there's like 10 of you kids. I only brought the smallest helicopter we have. I gotta leave."
So he's like, "Hey, give me a rope, attach it to your boat." And since all their boats are now kind of tied together too.
Yeah.
He's like, attach it to your boat. I'll attach the other because this is one of those helicopters that's like floats in the water. So it has a ski.
And he's going to pull him back.
He's like, I'm going to pull you to Cable Junction, and then I'm going to send a ship to come and get you.
Yeah.
Right. So he attaches. This is where I'm confused. Right. He attaches the rope to the helicopter ski.
To the it's an inflatable pontoon.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
You see where I'm going, right?
Yes. He tied it. Yes. And he threw it over to them.
And they tied it to their end.
Yes.
Right. Then he gets in a helicopter, and then Jaws is like, "Surprise, bitches."
Yes.
It just comes up, eats that helicopter.
Just
that helicopter floats to the bottom of the ocean.
Okay. So
yes, it should have pulled the boat underneath with it.
It should have straight up like the abyss.
There was a scene where Jaws bites
the rope. He severs the rope.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm also incredibly smart. Rope.
I'm not letting you guys get taken down that easy.
You fucking idiots." It's me, Jaws. Bitch.
Jaws 2, don't play with your food, eat it.
Nah. Got a rope stuck in my throat.
Jaws 2, what happened to your face? I'm sorry, Mom.
I got beat up. Those kids on Amity beat me up. All right, in the next movie, I'm gonna be pissed.
That's okay, Jaws.
It's okay, Jaws. We all have bad days. Thanks,
if
Mom.
only your father was still here.
Oh, that's why they're so mad, because it was those Staten Island folks coming
Jaws,
down.
Yeah. Jaws 1. They're all from New York, so that's why I give them even Jaws has this accent.
Yeah.
Right. Jaws 1 is the dad.
Oh.
I say Jaws 3 is the mom. This is like Jaws, one of their sons.
But it's still a girl because of how big it is.
Oh,
that's the other thing that they didn't think about when writing this is that male great white sharks are like half the size of a female. So like the big ones would be a girl. So this is just Jurassic Park.
Weird.
Yeah. Michael Crichton.
Yeah. So now the helicopter sunk to the bottom of the ocean, and you don't really know what happened to the dude, but if you watch the deleted scenes, yeah, Jaws gets him inside the helicopter under the water.
Oh, really?
He fucking eats him dick first.
Yeah.
Really?
It's so dumb.
Fuck you. You laugh.
I did.
He's like, no, please, not my dick, Jaws.
And then there's another scene where a girl falls into the water.
Yeah, from Sean's boat.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
And Jaws swallow. No. Sean falls in the water, and a girl dives in to catch him. She saves Sean,
and then she gets gulped again,
and she gets swallowed whole.
Yes,
Just done.
Terrifying would that be?
you would
The sharks.
you would literally be dying inside of it.
Yeah.
Nah,
You'd
you
be
could cut it.
drowning.
You could get yourself out like Drax did.
No, yes, you probably could, but no, you would end up drowning inside of it, I think.
I think
More
so.
than likely, because it's just going to go back underwater.
Yeah, it would be like, it would be terrifying.
Are their insides filled with water? Like when they're just swimming around
No,
with their
'cause
mouth
it goes out
open?
their gills.
How does it
No,
work?
so you would be like stuck in there, but you would suffocate.
Well, I'm sure, but I mean, how does that work? Is there just water flowing through them, or like
No, it's
does
like-
their like throat hole close
Much
up?
like- I think it's like how we breathe air, only it doesn't go into our lungs, it goes out the
But this
gills.
is water, Peyton. You
well-
can't correlate with air.
Well, what
No.
I'm
He's saying is that it filters what the breathable material is for
Right.
out.
right.
So there's not just water flowing in it.
It's not just like a.
Yeah, but they're swimming around with their mouth open.
No, they're not.
Their teeth are just like exposed. Do you see any normal shark? Their teeth is exposed.
Do you swim through the water? If you do that, is water getting in your throat?
No, because I'm holding like my breath.
Because you don't know how to swim.
It breathes
Well,
by
meaning,
filtering
like-
out the oxygen through its gills.
Yeah.
Right.
So it passes the water through its gills and not through its body.
Okay, but it clearly has water like in its mouth at least.
Yes, but the
Right.
gills are slits on the side of its mouth.
Right.
So it's just pushing it out.
It's
So
like
that's what I mean. Is there like an air barrier after the mouth?
Hey, YouTube, bring up, how does a shark breathe?
Well, why don't somebody tell us? You know what? Somebody's
comments?
got to be listening. Yeah, tell me. Somebody
We got a
school
sharkologist out
me.
there?
Get it?
Sharks don't swim in schools, so no.
But the bluefish do.
You're dumb.
Yeah. So
Please, welcome to the new Bombs Away corner. How the fuck do fish work with Jonathan Young? Do fish drink water with Jonathan Young?
John's questions. Yeah. So
We will look it up, and in Jaws 3, we will give you the conclusion to what the fuck happens in a shark's mouth.
yeah, I need to know. I mean, because
we'll
I
look it
do
up.
see them like just floating around, smiling.
I'm telling you, next time you go underwater, be there with
Just
your
be there with the shark.
no, be there like this, like, grit your teeth. Water's not getting in your mouth.
Yeah, but they got a lot of gaps in their teeth.
You're so dumb. So anyway, this girl gets fucking gulped. You're so dumb.
Oh man.
Um,
Yeah, she gets gulped up. And then in order to save Sean, who now she put him back up on the capsized boat.
in order to save Sean, everyone on the other boat just screams for him to get over
Sean, God damn it! Look at me, you son of a bitch!
Yeah.
That's the one kid who
With
seems
the
to care about him.
intense eyebrows kid.
Well, that's curly haired kid that you said was overweight.
Oh yes, he's the one who's like, "Fuck, Sean."
Yeah, he's like, you got this goddamn rope, I swear to God, kid.
Also, intense eyebrows guy who's like a handsome guy, but he's got really thick eyebrows. Did he die?
No, he goes back on the boat.
Oh, that's
we
right.
Skip this
Oh,
part.
yeah,
Because
we
that's the mogul's son.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, we did skip this part. When they rescued Sean, there was a boat that was undamaged, and that boat, they were like, the two of you take Sean back to shore.
Michael.
Yes.
Michael, thank you. Take Michael back to shore, and
Michael, row your boat ashore.
right.
Hallelujah.
So as this is, as that all these events are happening, Michael and the two boys run into Brody.
and they're like, fuck.
They're at Cable Junction. That's where they were headed. You can find them there. So that's how Brody knows where to find them by
Yes.
the end of the movie. And then he's like, go ahead and keep going to shore.
Brody starts pulling up and still drunk off of his bender from the night before.
We missed like they actually throw the rope to Sean, who has been ignoring them because he's terrorized by the shark.
And they pull him in.
They pull him in, and then they all, as like a boat train, float to Cable Junction.
Yes, and they get to Cable Junction.
They're
all get
drifting
off
there.
on the rocks.
I don't even think they intended to drift there. They just did.
Yeah.
Right. And then they get there almost all the way, but then Jaws 2 shows up again.
Yeah.
Right. And because they're paddling, they're like, we're about to not hit the island. And so they start paddling. And then somebody goes, hey, guys, remember what caused this?
Yeah. It's like, hey, it's me again.
Oh, goddamn, Jaws 2. There you are.
Give me 12 to 15 years and I'll have roller skates and eat hamburgers and hot dogs. That was a deep Street Sharks joke.
That's why it went over my head.
I was like,
Yeah, sorry. If it was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles joke, you'd have been all over
Damn
it.
right. Shells. Like Jaws. Whatever. Killer turtles.
Turtles.
So Brody shows up just in the nick of time as Jaws is causing another rampage.
Yes.
And
Drunk off of his bender from the night before.
just crashes.
as he slams his boat into Junction Island.
Yeah. And then he crashes the boat and then is just like, hey, take my like hook winch, the same winch that pulled up the power cable that the lieutenant did.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, I'm gonna throw it to you. And then you go ahead and tie it up to your boat, and I'll tug you guys to shore.
Yep.
Right. And I'm like, what? Just put them in the police boat and go home. Like these boats are destroyed. Who cares? Right. Just pull up next to them. Oh, that's right. He crashed.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's dead.
So
the boat's done.
Yeah. And he wound up like getting mad at the CB radio and smashed it.
Yeah.
Right.
Quint all over again.
Yeah.
he is now Quint.
He is actually. He's a man mad with with wanting to kill sharks.
And I wish at some point he was like, hey, did the Coast Guard ever show up?
Hey, where's the Coast Guard? They're like, oh fuck, that dude got eaten dick first underwater. He was fucked up.
Yeah.
The shark literally came out of the water and said, I call this a Coney Island dog. And then he ate him.
I hate Thanos copter.
Shit.
The dumbest thing ever.
Yeah. So Brody is trying to figure out like what to do to the shark.
I have a question.
Uh-oh.
My
Yes, the shark's mouth doesn't
No.
fill with water.
No, I'm just going back on the joke I just made where I'm like, when are we going to stop referencing Endgame? It just feels like it keeps happening for us. It's our new Clint Howard recently.
No, we'll bring Clinty back.
Yeah.
He's in 3.
No, he's not.
No,
Don't
he's
even.
not.
No. I wish I was.
That would make it even better.
Yeah.
Oh, they like me.
I was the eel. So
I was the octopus.
yeah. So, yes, Jaws just keeps attacking. The hook and line winch actually pulls up the power cable again.
Yeah, which is like, what?
Yeah.
Does it have a magnet on it? It's like only for use when pulling up the electrical line. Okay, cool.
I'm going to throw you this electrical line winch. I hope it doesn't get caught on one.
Hey, Chief, this is the electrical line winch. That's all it's there for.
Damn. Guess
Yeah.
I'll have to go back to shore and get the boat winch.
Fuck, I screwed up. My bad, man.
Yeah.
Just hang tight here. I'll be right back.
So it pulls up the line. Jaws 2 is just attacking everybody.
Yeah.
And then Chief Brody decides to play Legends of the Hidden Temple on the line.
Yeah, which
just
is-
starts like going across it.
This plays back to the shark hearing the sonar and attacking sounds.
Yeah, a very throwaway line.
Yeah, you don't even think it has any like it doesn't hold any ground. And then at this point, you're like, oh my God, it came back. It's just like Jaws proceeds to come up to him and jump that line.
Well, no. First, he takes an oar and he's just smacking the shit out of this
Yes,
line.
that is true. Yeah,
Right?
he's trying to play the music.
Making
Playing the music of his people.
oh,
I call this the electric slide.
boogie woogie woogie. and I love this so much because like they tried so hard to have another smile, you son of a bitch moment.
They really did.
He says like open wide.
He just says, say
It's so fucking dumb. Do you know what I wish they would have done? What happens to Merv in Home Alone 2 if when it bit into it, it was just like it was just like a skeleton shark flashing back and forth. This kill is dumb as fuck. I hate it.
Really?
It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
It's just like jump. And it's like, hey, Chief Brody, no one's going to think you're a hero because now everyone in Martha's Vineyard has no power. You could have just left the shark alone.
He's gonna play the shark and like, it was a shark. It's like, yeah, right, Brody.
You know,
It's a shark.
something that never that I probably would have made this better. This and this whole movie is if in this movie they sat there and they were like, you prove that there was a shark one, like the first shark.
Yeah.
You know, like you literally, yes, Quint is missing and the orca is sunk, but like, how do we know? And how do we know that you killed it?
Yeah.
You know?
How do we know that your boat just didn't just sink?
Right.
Yeah, because you blew the fuck out of that other shark way out in the middle of the ocean.
Right. So
There's
like
no
when
evidence.
he comes back this time and this one sunk to the bottom of the ocean and will deteriorate before anybody even goes finds a carcass probably.
He's like, I electrocuted it. It was cool as shit, man. It was so fucking cool.
Oh, you electrocuted it, huh? Okay, cool. Because all my meat's spoiling in my fridge and like the entire town is really pissed and this is going to take weeks to repair.
Yeah, you electrocuted it just like you shot that other one and blew it up. Fucking idiot. Next thing you know, he's going to say he killed one at SeaWorld.
I suppose you had a clever line right before it died too. No, not this one.
I did. I said say off. Yeah, okay. No, only a fucking idiot would say that.
Hey, Chief Brody said he said say ah.
And all the kids are like, yeah, it was actually really fucking lame. Then he has one last cyanide bullet and he just ends himself.
Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah. And then this movie just fucking ends.
Mm-hmm.
The credits just come up on the screen.
Yep. That's it.
And
That is it. So, guys, would you recommend this movie?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's a good
It was fun enough.
It's okay. I would recommend it only so you can see that lady blow herself up.
So because to me, yes, I absolutely would. I think it's more of a kind of just grindhouseier take on things. So just being like more shark, that's all it is. More shark, more action, more kills.
Yeah, it's still really boring though.
It does have some slow parts. It does
A lot of slow
because
parts.
it's trying to establish character a little too hard.
The first hour and 30 minutes of it
Well,
is
because there's so many lines where it's just like the kid who's like, oh man, I wonder if she likes me. Who fucking cares? Because I think she dies.
yeah, who cares? Because I don't even know who you are, weird nerd kid.
Yeah.
you have no major influence on the plot, so keep moving.
What do you give it?
Couple different sharks really want me. Like I'm really good with a bow staff.
What do you give it on the scale?
Jaws 2, baby. It's not as good as the original, but it definitely it lives up to being a direct sequel. Jaws 2.
Jaws 3.
I give it a 10.
Yeah, but you like Jaws 3, so this doesn't make any sense. You can't give it anything other than what it is.
Get to that.
Oh, you
part
can.
later.
You can give it something other than it is, because I'm giving this a Temple of Doom on the scale.
It's not on the scale.
Yeah, on the Indiana Jones scale for Jaws, I'm giving this a Temple of Doom.
No, you can't do that. There is no other scale.
You can't change the rules.
We've already established that there is no other franchise that actually sequentially like degrades.
Okay, then I'm giving it a Jaws 3. And a Temple of Doom. But a Jaws 3.
No.
And when Jaws 3 comes out, I'll explain why.
No. There's no way that you can defend it.
By the end
I
of
can.
Jaws
Stay
3, you're
tuned.
gonna-
Stay tuned for
Stay
this
tuned
week's
for when Jonathan loses his goddamn mind
When it's two
because we
versus
don't like
one.
Jaws 2.
Jaws 3D. It's awful. It's so goddamn boring,
It's
and we'll
so
get to
fun,
it.
though.
Stay tuned for next week for that one, guys.
So fun.
But before I wrap this up, there's some things we got to do.
Uh-oh.
Okay. First, there's a little bit of trivia that I found interesting, right? So, Mark Gilpin, who played Sean Brody in the film, claims when they were shooting one of the scenes at the makeshift raft of wrecked boats, they were being circled by real hammerhead sharks.
Sick.
All the actors were scared and began to scream and holler at the production crew who were filming that particular scene from a distance. The crew were oblivious to the danger and assumed the actors were simply in character and gave them a thumbs up.
Wow, they're really good actors.
Damn, if they would have gotten eaten.
Shark! Yeah, hell yeah, fuck yeah, more of that.
Hammerhead shark. No, wrong type of shark. Wrong type of shark. No, but for real.
They're not carpenters. And then Howard Sackler, who had contributed to the first film's script but chose not to be credited, was charged with writing the first draft of this movie. He originally proposed a prequel based on the sinking of the USS Indianapolis.
That would have been
That would've been
intense.
so much
I would have liked
better.
that more.
The story relayed by Quint in the first film, right? And it was going to be based around Quint and his experiences.
That would have been
there.
awesome.
Right. And Universal president Sidney Seinberg thought that Sackler's treatment for the film was intriguing. He rejected it. And I mean, one can see why, though. Like that's one. I feel like that Hollywood wasn't ready to take on like biopic kind of stuff like that, like in a proper setting.
Like historical fiction.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they've been doing it
Historical
forever
fiction.
at this point.
Right. But they now.
No,
Like-
I mean, at this point of this movie, they've been making fucking
Yeah,
movies like that.
but not in this kind of tone. If you're going to do a sequel to Jaws, like it really does have to be what this one is. It's more body count, like more, but trying to do that in a more serious light and respecting the people that actually died, I guarantee that would not have played properly.
Yeah, maybe.
I could see it. Maybe like a spin-off.
No, yeah, it would have to not
Smile,
even
all you sons of bitches.
Quint.
be. It would have to not even be titled Jaws. It would just have to be like the story of the
Lots of Jaws.
and then a character would be like,
It would be Quint.
It's me.
A Jaws story.
Okay.
It literally would just be like, they'd be like, wow, we're on the Indianapolis and my name's Quint. Someday I hope I kill a shark. And then they tie it in.
Look at all them Dow's eyes.
Dow's eyes. I drew a
He's just floating there. Anybody else think they look like Dow's eyes?
he's
I'm Quint.
He's on the Indianapolis and everyone's like, yeah, man. And he's like, scratches the board. He's like, there's sharks out there. I drew one. Anyway, this is the prequel to Jaws.
Anybody know? Anybody know Hooper? He's a dick.
Fuck that guy. He turns to the camera. I hate Richard Dreyfuss.
Jaws 2.
Jaws 2. The Jawsening.
So,
That's like a good prequel or a sequel to Open Water.
Oh, Open Water
it
was
pretty
a cool
much
one.
it. Like that's yeah. And I'm sure Open Water is based on that. Like a little bit.
No, that's based on a real story
Yeah.
about some people that actually got left out there.
Oh, okay. Well, so is
Yeah.
the Indianapolis.
Yeah.
So, that is what we thought of the movie. There's still some people we haven't heard from, and this is what did Carly think?
You looked over there so weird.
Because Carly's actually in the room today.
Yeah, but she over there with her headphones on.
That's okay.
Yeah. She likes Jaws 2. Not as much as Jaws 1. And
I mean, obviously.
well, yeah, it's hard to. And not as much as Jaws 3.
Shut up.
I'm dead serious. dead serious.
You're just trolling me.
I'm not.
But I asked you what she thought about this movie. Not that she liked Jaws 3 better.
No, I'm saying she's seen all the Jaws movies. She likes the Jaws movies. She just doesn't like this one as much. She does like when the lady catches on fire and blows up.
Everybody likes that.
It's the best part of the whole movie.
That's why it's literally the poster.
Yeah. Do you know what'd be cooler if the poster wasn't just the girl water skiing and it was that woman on fire?
Well, there is an alternate. There's a UK version where it's the girl skiing on the right side of it, but on the same like shore level, it's Eddie about to reach up into the boat. Like he's already out of the water right before he got his head smacked into it. And the boat's there and there's Tina grabbing for him.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a good poster.
Yeah. So, okay. Sure. There wasn't much to say about that one, I guess. On Carly's segment.
Welcome to Jaws. Jonathan loves Jaws 2.
I mean, I like it.
I like it a lot.
So, that's what Carly thought. That's what we thought. But there's still a couple people out there that had a more negative opinion than Tyler did about this movie.
Pretty on par opinion that Tyler did.
This is normally give me 5, but I'm asking these people to only give us 1. These are 1-star reviews from IMDb. So what do you got for me today, Tyler? How many?
2.
2.
There was not a lot of 1-star reviews for this movie.
This title's great. This first one's written by Champ30 back in 2004, titled Ugh. There are reasons that sequels have bad reputations. This movie fulfills all of them. Only Rocky 2 has less reasons for existence. That is fair, because Rocky 2 is just Rocky 1 with a different ending.
Yeah.
People may argue that the Jaws movies that followed this one were even worse. What did you find? But at least they tried to do something different. Hollywood should be spanked for unleashing this film. I own a book called The 50 Worst Albums of All Time, and while it has its share of obscure failures by people no one has ever heard of, it makes the argument that the worst albums are ones made by people who should know better, saving the top 2 spots for Lou Reed and Elvis Presley, and makes a strong case against everything Billy Joel has ever done. This film certainly fulfills that role, considering that at least most of the people involved were part of the original, which is certainly a great film. I really can't see anything harder to watch than such an obvious lunge for a quick buck. Damn, then he's never seen Alice Through the Looking Glass. 1 star. Okay. Okay. This one is written by Dry Sticks, written in 2007, titled Worst Movie Sequel Ever Made, parentheses, and that's with stiff competition. Warning, spoilers. Jaws 2 followed up a pretty good movie with such a lousy sequel that it made the original look like a classic. This guy hates Jaws 1.
Yeah, he really does.
I was pretty close to a teenager when it came out, and even then I thought it was a goofy portrayal of teenagers. It looked as though someone tried to create original real dialogue but didn't know how to. Everything is very contrived, even to the point where their only non-blonde girl teen is killed, courtesy of director-writer combo so neo-Nazi that they couldn't even be sublime about it. I don't know how that correlates to the movie.
I don't know either. That was my joke in the beginning. It was leading up to this of calling the guy a neo-Nazi. This guy has no footing to like.
See that goddamn Nazi shark? That's a Nazi zombie shark. He blew up in the first reel.
Auf Wiedersehen, assholes.
During this era, however, it was probably impossible to produce a movie without killing some non-blonde woman. So what?
I don't know what this guy's on about.
Like, okay. Because usually it's the blonde that dies.
Yeah. So he's like, I don't know. I think that's what he's talking about is that.
No, he's saying it was probably impossible to produce a movie without killing some non-blonde.
Yeah, I don't know.
So he's saying like there wasn't a movie in the 70s, 80s that some non-blonde didn't die. And I'm like, wait, what?
I don't know.
Because usually they're the ones that the final girl.
Yeah.
Okay. So although I count this as a spoiler, it really isn't. And it helps me and it helps make the film lack any suspense whatsoever. Wait, what? Reading again. During this era, however, it is probably impossible to produce a movie without killing some non-blonde woman. So, although I count this as a spoiler, it really isn't, and it helps make the film lack any suspense whatsoever. Because you just spoiled it.
Yeah, that's what's so funny is he's like, the reason that at the top it said spoilers was because he literally was like, I'm spoiling the movie for you.
We know which characters will be killed almost to a T. No, we don't. We really don't.
No, he's saying what he's saying in that review in his insanity is that if you're not blonde, you die in this movie.
But not true.
No, I know.
Who lit herself on fire was blonde.
For
I know.
as many people are actually out to sea by the end, all these people that are like, not that many people die.
No.
It's just interesting because you think it'd be a feeding frenzy as it should be. If like this movie really want to go balls to the wall, being like, yeah, more blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to continue, it's pretty close to which is worse, this or Jaws 4.
Everyone loves 3 except for Jonathan.
Both make you shake your head with the feeling that you're watching complete garbage and wasting your time. I give the nod to this one for being worse because of the one-dimensional characters so bad the writers didn't even know they were one-dimensional. 1 star. That just about does it here. It bombs away.
Stay tuned for
Jaws stay tuned.
3.
Yeah, 3D.
3D.
Yeah. 3 dicks.
Hell yeah. 3 dicks in the studio.
Yeah.
Talking about Jaws 3.
Yep. So if you like this, please give us a review on iTunes. That really helps out. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on whatever platform you're listening to this on, because new episodes will get delivered to you without you having to look for them. They'll just pop right up and saying, here's some more free shit. And that's always good.
Yeah.
Free shit is great.
Free shit's cool.
This will always be a free show. Unless you come to the live show, which you should.
Cost money.
Which you should come to the live show, guys. They're a lot of fun. They're really interactive. You get to ask questions. The questions that you'll be able to ask for this one will all pertain to Roadhouse, because that's what we're doing.
Wait, which movie are we doing?
Roadhouse.
The Patrick Swayze one?
That's right.
Oh, shit.
The throat ripping, kickboxing, Bigfoot truck driving bouncer bar movie.
Damn, that sounds like it came straight from IMDb.
It didn't. No. That was me being like, that's a lot of alliteration.
That's a lot of nuts.
But yes, please come out and see us July 27th at the Frida Cinema. That's Saturday at 7 p.m. You can get your tickets and t-shirts and all other things related to Bombs Away, including following us on your favorite podcast. Because maybe you stumbled upon us on Spotify, but you prefer Apple or vice versa, or Google Play or any of those kind of things. You can find all these links, t-shirts, tickets, everything at Linktree. That's linktr.ee/bombsawayshow. And that's where you can find everything pertaining to Bombs Away. So please go ahead and give it a try and go out and check out some of our merchandise and go buy those tickets for Roadhouse July 27th at the Frida Cinema here in Santa Ana, California. Join us. And don't forget, if you're getting those questions ready, always prepare for what we kind of ask you also with your question. And this time it's, who would you cast in the role of Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse?
Damn.
Okay. I know who I got. We should start thinking of who we would too.
I know
right?
who I would.
Okay.
I feel like you and I have the same person.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about it off air because we'll save it for the show.
Yeah.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Don't forget, Jaws 3D comes out this Tuesday, and then the next week after that, Jaws the Revenge, and then finishing it off for our all-encompassing Jaws 2-year celebration, cruel Jaws.
Cruel Jaws.
Super cruel. Super awesome.
Jaws Italiano.
Yeah. I can't wait for you to see it because, yeah.
Oh,
It just copies everything.
Yeah. Oh, shit. We're going to have to watch Jaws 2 again?
Yes.
but Jaws 3.
It even has Star Wars music in it.
Fuck yeah. So it's better than Jaws 2.
Yeah. So that's the entire month for July. Thank you for listening, guys. Thank you for subscribing. Share with your friends. Tell your friends about the show. Please, it means a lot to us. The more you tell people, the more we're going to be able to expand and possibly come and see you in your town. So please come and support the show or go and share the show. Okay?
Okay.
Awesome. So thank you for listening. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Peyton.
And shark.
Say ah.
Bitch.
This has been a production of Big Bulb Entertainment, executive produced by Jonathan Young. For more media and information, visit us at www.bigbulbentertainment.com. Big Bulb, what's your bright idea?